I want to talk about purpose. Too young to be middle age, too old to be like in the hustle and bustle. I feel like I'm kind of in the middle. What is my purpose now that I'm in this next season of my life, this next chapter? So we're going to do this while I'm baking a recipe because this is one of my passions. One of my passions is cooking, baking, feeding others. I built a business on this. I love doing this. So we're going to make some seasonal pumpkin protein muffins, and I will give the recipe in the description. I do really want to talk about passion, purpose, hobbies. We can kind of get lost in like what does our life mean after we're done. And I got some flack in one of my videos because I said like, when you're done with motherhood, and I get it. We're never done with motherhood. Like if you're a mom, we get it, right? You're always a mom. But I mean, you're at a place where your kids don't need you anymore. Maybe, like my husband, he's retired. Plus he has his own business, so he's still working. We have our last child graduating high school this year, and our 3 other daughters. 2 of them are out. One is married. The other one lives on her own. Our 20-year-old is still at home, but she has her own life doing her own thing. And pretty much on a consistent basis, I am by myself during the day. When you're thinking about your purpose, it's like, okay, what drives you every day? Like we all still need a reason to get up every day. For me, that was making sure little ones were taken care of at all times, being a chauffeur, like doing all those things. So what does your life mean? What do you do? What keeps you going every day when you don't have that as an everyday thing? We're all at different places in our life. I, for one, was a stay-at-home mom. I did have businesses on the side, but for the most part, I was a stay-at-home mom. I was stuck in this place, and I still kind of think about it, like, what is going to keep Kathleen going? What is going to keep me motivated and happy and doing the things that I like? Everybody's life circumstances are different, right? So I think you have to take stock of your own life. What are your responsibilities still? What are the things that you have to do on a daily basis? For me, priority in my life is my health. So I love working out. I love making my health a priority. I love cooking healthy foods, love studying that kind of stuff. I want to know what's going to keep me healthy and keep me living a long life for my family and my grandchildren, when that happens. For my husband, I was married young. So for a lot of our life, we were in that everyday grind of, you know what I mean? Like keeping everybody alive, doing all the things that are necessary to run a household. And that's stressful on marriage. This past summer, when we had the great pleasure of going to Italy, I am in heaven here. Like, Parma's countryside is so beautiful, and I'm passing like the most amazing little houses, and we just saw a Nona sweeping her front porch, which is so cute. That gave me so much motivation to do more of this in the future. I want to go to Italy twice a year, spend it with my husband, like take a month out. And like I said, he is retired, but he still has a job that he's a consultant that he does remotely. So he can do that from anywhere. And I told him, he thought I was crazy when I told him this. I'm like, I want to go with just you and me and go away for a month. Go away for a month in the fall, go away for a month in the spring or summer, whatever that is. And just be together, because marriage is hard. And my husband, we're going to be together for the rest of our lives. So part of that is, okay, part of my passion is, figuring out who we are as a couple. And that's fun because we didn't get to do a whole lot of that because I was a stay-at-home mom. It was a struggle. It was a struggle to make ends meet, to have our kids do the activities that they wanted to do, all of that, right? And I'm sure a lot of you can relate. So we didn't get to take vacations. You know, we took family, a vacation was going to visit family. That was a vacation for us. So I'm excited to go to Italy more and explore with my husband and just have it be us. And yes, I know that that is probably something that not everybody is going to be able to do or experience. But again, it is taking stock in your own life and seeing what it is you want to focus on. Now, am I going to be living in Europe and trotting the globe and doing this, 12 months out of the year and living in fantasy land? No. So I still have to think about what is going to keep Kathleen occupied. And I really think the moment that we don't have something for ourselves, have something that we're excited about, have something that we want to get up out of bed and accomplish every day, that is the death of us. Getting in the best shape of my life as a 46-year-old, working on those things that are going to keep me healthy, that's a passion for me. Might that lead into something later, helping women conquer perimenopause? I don't know. If you watched my last video where I was talking about all my perimenopause symptoms, I mean, that's where I'm at right now. I'm, in the very beginnings of starting my BHRT journey, my bioidentical hormone therapy. That's where I am right now. And so that it was taking a really big toll on me. And I think we need to be honest as women that sometimes we need to take that beat. Sometimes we need to take that breath. It's okay to work on yourself. It's okay to figure out what it is your hobbies are. It's okay to try new things. Maybe you were like me. You're like, I don't have any hobbies. But to me, a hobby is something that you enjoy doing. I want to learn how to make gluten-free sourdough bread. Like, I am going to learn how to do that this winter, and that takes time, and that takes a focus and an energy. This is our time. I really feel this to my core. Being a mom was so important to me, and I feel like I worked so hard at it, and I feel like even though I could always do better, I gave my kids a pretty good life, and I feel like I gave them things that maybe I wasn't able to experience. Having being a stay-at-home mom and being able to give them that, like I was able to do that for them. Now it's my time, and I feel like I am still young enough to maybe explore and figure out what those things are. I don't think I'm going to be out there drawing or sculpting or like creating masterpieces. That's just not me and who I am, but I like doing masterpieces in the kitchen. Continue to try to put makeup on a couple times a week. I know this is going to sound crazy to some people, but one of the things that I put on my vision board this year was to actually get dressed twice a week, not in gym clothes, and actually put on real clothes, put makeup on even possibly. I'm not a huge makeup person, so it's not a necessity for me, but put on clothes and feel like, I actually want to look nice. Because for years when I was running around taking care of kids, like that wasn't important to me at the moment. Now I want to be a little stylish. I want to be a little elegant sometimes. I want to be a little European. I can only speak for myself, but I know there has been like talk within my own mind, like I don't deserve this time to figure things out. I don't need to figure out how good this is. This is one passion, one purpose I don't have to figure out, that I still love baking and cooking and sharing that with people. We do deserve the time to sit with those thoughts and relax. Maybe that is reading more books. Maybe that is going on more vacations. Maybe it is caring a little bit more about myself right now. than I used to. And I think that's okay too. I struggle with, am I checking in on my kids enough? Am I checking in on my parents enough? Am I checking in on other people enough? When really, maybe I need to check in on myself. And I'm going through a lot right now. I'm going through these crazy hormone changes, and I need that extra self-care. And I think sometimes as women, that's hard to do. It's hard to let ourselves do because we feel guilty. At least I do, I should say. I shouldn't put that on anyone else. Let me know in the comments what you're doing in this next phase of your life, how you're navigating the transitions. Maybe you're thinking about things that you never thought you were going to think about or going to do or going to try or going to focus on. I don't know. Maybe I'll actually garden with my husband more. I always say, I'm not the planter. I'm not the person who takes care of it. I will cook it, but I don't really do anything else with it. I don't know. Maybe I'll do more of that. Maybe that's how we'll spend more time together as well. Until then, I'm just going to bake more muffins.